Divine Rising. This is Stephanie Clark, Prophetess Stephanie Clark. And I would like to tell you about some of the things that I'm doing in this last 7 months that I've been in Vegas. Okay, about a year and a half, I started using supplements, natural supplements, to help aid me in losing the weight that I had gained back from being out of work and injured. Well, so far it's been over 70 pounds. And that's from December of 2023 until today. And I first started out eating one meal a day because I heard Minister Louis Farrakhan, say that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had said that if you eat one meal a day, because of the things that we had in the foods today, that we could add time to our life. And if we ate a meal every 2 or 3 days, we would have more time. And so I started using juices and cold, organic juices and fruits and vegetables juices, and one meal a day, balanced meal with veggies, protein, and carbs, if that's what I crave, if I needed that. Some days I don't need carbs, just vegetables and protein. Sometimes I have plant protein, and sometimes it's animal. The thing is, I notice when I'm eating certain types of meats that's not pasture raised, I end up with stinky gas and stomach cramps and loose stools. But when I eat pasture raised and everything is organic, I don't have that problem, unless I eat those foods. So I detoxed myself away from those foods. And the supplements that I take are for cholesterol, for healthy cholesterol. It's red yeast rice, or I have to think of it. Man, I'm getting older and I might not have the name right, so I'm not gonna say it now. But I have a list of medications that I was on that I don't have to take anymore. And I take another supplement, and I make sure I did my research on everything. My doctor approved it. So I just want to say that the first thing to creating a legacy is getting your body in order, getting it back to the way God intended it to be. And that is without all those preservatives, those processing things that we do because we need to feed thousands, millions of people and billions of folks on a fast scale, and want them to be nutritionally satisfied. But anything that goes against natural order is going to cause some adverse effects. And what I mean when I say adverse effects, that means that it's not going to be the way it was intended to be. Well, the way God intended us to be. And so many people or agencies and entities, businesses have profited off of us, especially the medication, big pharma. And it's become pretty lucrative because if you're not going and watching your food and what you intake into your body, if you're not doing that, then you're ill. You have high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, all kind of illnesses. But the top 5, you have arthritis, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have kidney disease, and you just have low energy, not thriving, and have to take different medications because that's what's going to help you. It takes too long for you to get back to natural. It takes about 30 to 60 days after you cleanse yourself, and then it's still some things in this is what I feel. I mean, you can check, do your research, but you're still gonna have some things in your body. I mean, how long have you been eating those preservatives and having food that's processed, that takes all the nutrients out and put synthetic nutrients in that your body can't digest? You know? So what it does is makes bigger, fatter people. And I never did like that term fat, even though I've weighed over 300 pounds at one time. The thing is, I want you to stay for this series of building a legacy, because I think, matter of fact, I know that this will help most people that takes it seriously and does things and help their, I mean, not only do physical, but you have to do spiritual. Because all of us now, these days, we're looking for how many bags we can get, how much money, how many cars, what kind of car, what kind of house, what kind of, where do you live. It doesn't have to be upscale if your body is not right. And what I'm saying today is building a legacy is more than how much is in your accounts or how much is in your portfolio. I mean, we got it flipped. We should think about our health first and getting back to the way that God intended us before we think about cash and things, material things. Because that all will come. If you're healthy, energy, you're only going to attract wealth. If you're aligned with the Word of God, and some people may think it's funny, only the 0.1% feel this in their heart. The rest is going to have to deal with the consequences. And I'm here to tell you that you too can do it. Because there's nothing like being aligned with your purpose and being aligned with the Word of God, with spiritual, with the universe, whatever religion you are, because religion to me has nothing to do with God. And until we find that out, that's another story. So first you start with your health and getting toxins out. Because, hey, you never know what you may have to do one day. As far as climb up a mountain, a hill, even walking from half a block. Some of us cannot. And I have a knee brace on now because I went to the gym earlier, but it's a lot. And breathing, learning how to breathe and be conscious of how you're breathing. Meditation, stretching, exercise, all of it goes together. But I just wanted to tell you that I have a series that's coming up on YouTube, and I really do need subscriptions. Not that I want to make money, because God has me. This is the first time in my life, that I know that God has me. No matter what's going on around me, I don't care. The devil knows before we know sometimes. The devil knows. Evil knows. If you don't believe in the devil. Conflict knows. And there's other people like you, but if you feel yourself as to be called an earth angel, chosen one, Soul Tribe, part of the Soul Tribe, Cosmic. If you are part of the universe, Star Seed, and different things. Hey, I'm in my 60s, so I don't really know all that there is to know. That's why spending time with elderly, wise folks is good, because they get to pass on some of their knowledge to you, to us. And I just wanted to introduce myself again. This is Prophetess Stephanie Clark, and I want to tell you that it's not as hard as it seems, because once you stop using those preservatives and processed foods and all those toxins that are in our foods and all this white sugar, processed sugar, and whatever else that you're eating, taking spiritual baths and getting aligned and spending time with a higher power, then a legacy is built. It's not always money. You need money to live. But sometimes I think God intended for us to just trade, without trying to build up currency. If you have this talent, you trade this, and you bring this, and so nobody goes hungry, because we're all different. We got different abilities, purposes. So, but that's just what I feel, and I just wanted to tell you that. So, be looking for my new exercise and weight loss. This is really a lifestyle change. You're changing your lifestyle. You're not going on a diet. And I'm telling you, it works. I have other people that have tried it, that have lost weight. Because I was for Ozempic, but Ozempic, I end up having some adverse effects from it. After being on it, I think it was a year and 6 months, a year and 3 months, and I had, complications, and I ended up gaining more weight because of that. But it was a good lesson. Hey, you never know what somebody else is going through. Hey, but God has everything in His power. The devil or evil has no power. They're trying to get it from you. And I want you to hold on to it and use it for your offsprings, for generations to come. Would you rather for them to be rich or healthy and mentally stable and spiritually stable. That's what I want. I think we all want for our family and the people that we love to have continued health and success. And success comes with feeling your purpose. And you can't feel your purpose without health. Okay, I went on longer than I expected, but that's what I get for not writing it down. But I just wanted to tell you, I'm gonna have my number and my new email and all the social media platforms that I may be on. And I'm gonna try to start this because my doctor has approved it, but I would like for you to take it to your doctor and see if this is okay for you. But I'm telling you, I think you're gonna like it and be satisfied with your results. And it helps body composition because my cellulite is going away. My thighs are better than they have been in the most recent years. So, I mean, my waist down, you know. I don't like to do body shots and everything, fully, because you attract a lot of weirdos on here. That's why I don't dance and all this other stuff, but they don't even care. They might even be after me with my gym clothes on. Some people. But you take care of yourself. Divine rising. Always. Divine rising.